Modding is one of the most important things in Warframe. This is also one of the most confusing things in Warframe 2. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the greatest mods for both frames and weapons. Obviously, some of these mods come in groups, so I will talk about their groups as well and how to get them. But of course, we'll focus on the best mods from these groups. Now before I begin, I mentioned this in my most recent YouTube short. I do have tonsillitis, so it kind of hurts to talk, so if at any point I sound like a moron, I apologize. I'm going to try my best to make sure I sound normal, and I cut out the dumb stuff I say. Now first off, Prime Mods. Prime Mods are only available from Barrow when he arrives every other weekend, from Friday to Sunday. If you don't want to wait weeks or possible months for that Prime Mod that you want, you can buy them from the trade chat. Prime Mods just make the mod have additional upgrades to it. Instead of ranking it up by 5, you can rank it up by 10 instead. This is how Prime Mods work in case you didn't know. The most popular ones being Prime Continuity, Prime Flow, and other Prime Mods that are for critical damage or chance on pistols, rifles, shotguns, and even melee weapons. While we're on the topic of Barrow, let's talk about Electricity Mods. These mods and other status mods have specific ways of getting them, but of course all status mods are great to have. Electricity mods, or technically 60-60 electricity mods, which means 60% electricity, 60% status chance, can be bought by Barrow. But 2 electricity mods can be farmed at a mission on Ares. This mission is a hive mission, and this hive mission can be used to get shell shock and high voltage, one for your shotgun, the other one for your melee. This can be farmed by the caches on this mission. Just like a sabotage mission, there are 3 caches that you have to find and loot. If you have some sort of loot finder mod on, or if you just have a decent headset, you can easily find these caches. Just go around the map, listen to an odd sound, and there you have it, a shiny cache. Archon Mods. Archon Mods are pretty easy to get and can even substitute Prime Mods since they can be upgraded to a larger capacity than its normal variant. Archon Mods also have some other benefit to them. For example, Archon Vitality has an added bonus that if you have abilities that deal heat, it will now be applied twice. This is just one example, but there is Archon Flow, Vitality, Continuity, Intensify, and Stretch. These are all mods I believe you should get and upgrade fully. In order to get these mods, you have to upgrade through Cal at the Drifter camp. If you don't know who the Drifter is or Call, then you have to complete some more quests until you're introduced to Call, this quest being the New War. You will use stock that you get from doing Call missions. These missions do have a reset on them, so do all of the challenges in order for you to maximize the total stock you get. This is somewhat similar to a syndicate, where you have to do specific missions in order to get standing and purchase certain items. But in this case, you can find and earn stock, use it at the Drifter camp in the offering section next to Call, and boom. All of the Archon mods are there for you to purchase. Vault Mods or Corrupted Mods. I've talked about these mods ever since I started this channel. Vault mods are those mods that have a benefit and a drawback. For example, a very popular vault mod for your frame being Blind Rage. This mod has a benefit of a ton of added strength, while it has a drawback of efficiency. However, there are other mods that you are seeing on your screen that are great for frames and weapons. The ones for frames are the most popular, and with the right build to help counter the drawback it has, can make your frame so much better than it was before. These mods are very useful in my opinion, so I would recommend focusing on these vault mods: Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage, Narrow-Minded, Overextended, Critical Acceleration, Critical Delay, and Creeping Bullseye. Those last few mods I mentioned are for weapons, in which those mods give a ton of extra critical chance. The other mods I mentioned before that are almost all of the vault mods for frames. The one that isn't there is Fleeting Expertise. That's because many frames aren't built around efficiency, not at the level that this mod is needed for at least. But those mods are the main ones you will want. But of course, this is all chance, so you'll get those mods whenever you finally earn them. In order to get them, you need to purchase all 4 Dragon Keys in the Orokin lab at your dojo. Build them in the foundry, equip all 4 in your gear wheel, and go into this capture mission on Deimos. This mission allows you to look around the map after killing your target and even before, with unlimited time and a waypoint to extraction. So this helps you when you're aimlessly running around the map looking for a vault door. This door is easy to see, as it's bright white and gold. Put the key in, take the item, aka the mod, and leave, and that's it. Nightmare Mods. These mods are easy to get. The best Nightmare mods in my opinion are Constitution, Shred, Blaze, Chilling Reload, and Lethal Torrent. The other mods are good as well, but I believe these are the best. However, do these missions until you get all of them. Plus, some people may want them in the trade chat, so if you get extra, keep them. Go to your alerts tab and scroll to the Nightmare section. These are a different version of a normal mission, where there is some drawback to you. You can either have no shield, low gravity, vampire mode, and a couple of other drawbacks. These missions are easy, however, as long as you do a quick one like sabotage or capture. Toxin Mods. Similar to Electricity Mods, these mods are found in only one place. However, these are much easier to get than electricity mods. You can get all 4 Toxin Mods, 60/60 Toxin Mods, from Corrupted Vor. Corrupted Vor can spawn in Void missions, mainly the survival mission. I personally like to do Moat on Void, since he always spawns around 5 or 10 minutes. This is usually after the fact, however, where in this case I had him spawn at 11 minutes instead of 10 exactly, or 6 minutes. Plus you can get Orokin cells or Argon crystals from him. This is fairly easy to complete and is somewhat fun, as long as there are a lot of enemies to kill. Plus this could be a good way of upgrading a frame or weapon. Galvanize or Arbitration Mods. These mods are 2 separate things, but you can get them the same way, and from the same place. Once you complete every mission in the star chart, you can start to do the arbitration from the Arbiters of Hexus. This mission restarts every hour, and you can only do it once. These missions are normal, long, wave type missions, or endless missions, such as Interception, Defense, Survival, Disruption, Defection, Mirror Defense, Excavation, and Infested Salvage. You will want to look for Vitus Essence in these missions. This mission can be seen at the top of your alerts tab. In the rotations for this mission, you can get a great mod called Adaptation. This mod gives you 10% resistance to a damage type for 20 seconds, which can stack up to a 90% resistance. Vitus Essence will be dropped in waves as a reward or by Arbitration shield drones. I would recommend a resource booster for these missions in order for you to try and get as much Vitus Essence as you can. Once you complete these missions, you can use Vitus Essence at the little area to the left of the Arbiters of Hexus dojo on the Strata Relay or Earth Relay. This is where you can purchase Galvanized mods and other rare mods. The mods I am specifically talking about are all the Galvanized mods that are for multi-shot and status. The crit ones are alright. The other ones are alright but not great. Rolling Guard is the best out of these rare mods. Again, the other ones are alright, but this one is definitely the best one out of the rare mods. Rivens. Now, Rivens are obviously the strongest mods in the game, and they are only for weapons and companions. The easiest way to get Rivens, in my opinion, is by going to the Iron Wake on Earth and going to the Red Veil Lady, Paladino, I hope so. This is where you can purchase normally 2 Rivens credits in Kuva. These are on rotation, so there may be a different setup for you now than there was for me, at least in the terms of the Riven. You need Riven Sliver to purchase these items with the Red Veil Lady. Riven Sliver can be given to you as a common reward from Requiem Relics or by Eximus units. You may have a ton of these and you haven't realized. It won't take long for you to fill up your Riven slots, so it's not like you'll be able to have a ton. You can get Rivens from the Duviri Steel Path circuit as well, or if she has it, you can purchase a Riven with 20 Pathos Clamps from Acrithis. Again, hope I'm saying these names right. I believe the Riven Sliver way with the Red Veil Lady is the easiest and most passive way to get them, in the sense that you can get Riven Sliver without even trying. Now these next 2 sections of mods I'm going to talk about are easy to get, so these are way more beginner friendly. Although all of these are mostly beginner friendly, which is great. The last set of mods you should go for as a beginner will be the Arbitration Mods. Those will be the hardest to get. Cetus Mods. Now Cetus Mods we are talking about are Argor and Gladiator mods. There is another set, Vigilante, but in my opinion it's not the greatest. All Argor mods are for your frame, besides 2 which are for the pistol. There are 6 Argor mods in total. The main ones I'm talking about are Argor Secrets and Reach. The other ones are good too, such as Argor Pact, Pistol Damage, and Argor Message, which is added duration. The Gladiator mods are split with 3 for melees and 3 for frames. The ones for the frames aren't great except for the rare one called Gladiator Finesse, which drains energy to stop lethal damage. This is a mod you'll likely get before Rage. The other 2 ones for frames aren't necessary at all. The melee ones are all pretty good. I only want to focus on 2, which is Gladiator Vice for attack speed and Gladiator Might for crit damage and chance. These mods from Cetus also have some added benefit, which you can see on the bottom half of the mod. The added buff can be increased by having some of the same type of mod on it. For example, an added Argor Secrets to help the buff of Argor Reach, and likewise with the Gladiator mods. These are easy to get if you haven't found out already. These mods are from Cetus bounties. They will be there in the reward pool with their respective rarities. Argor Secrets is known to be the most difficult one to get, but again, it just depends on how the RNG Warframe gods want to treat you. And if you go for the bounties on Cetus, you may not see Argor Secrets. It may not be there on that rotation. And finally, the easy to get rare mods. These mods being the normal version of Primed or Archon Mods, as well as other mods being their own until DE releases Prime versions of them. Some of these mods being Rage, Intensify, Continuity, Streamline, Stretch, Vital Sense, and other mods that I'm sure I've missed. There are a ton of mods in Warframe, and some of the best ones aren't even rare ones, such as Stretch. These mods are easy to get, so don't stress about it. You'll get them as you go through the star chart. And I'm mentioning these mods because they're something everyone should make sure they have. Maybe not Rage, but the other ones are very useful and are included in almost every build. Stands and aura mods are important too, which you can get from Nightwave cred offerings. These I feel are self-explanatory, plus almost all of them are not rare mods. This may be stupid to put at the end, but make sure you check your credit offerings. I imagine everyone does, but in case you somehow don't, remember that's a thing. But the game does do a good job at reminding you since it's at the bottom right when you're paused or in the navigation. Now that is about it for this video. I hope you found this useful, and as always, if you have any questions, if I messed up, or maybe you just want to say you liked the video, make sure you leave a comment below. I appreciate every comment, and if I can, I make sure to put criticism towards my other videos, if it's valid. I appreciate all of the support, and thank you all. All of the people who watch my videos and always interact on here, thank you for your support especially. It means a lot to me, and it's all just so surreal to me. Now with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Your money, your money, God,